Hello, teacher. How are you? I'm George Guzman. This is my last video recording, and the topic of today is about the video games and what are the effects in our students. Okay, since the end of the last century and the beginning of this new one, uh, the development of technology has advanced super fast. So the development of the internet and computers brought with it the boom of the video games. At the first time, it was just like a hobby, but over the years, it has become a business of large companies in which children's, adolescents, and adults are attracted by the variety of games, such as games of skill, or games of shooting, or games of strategy, among others. So many children and adolescents are part of this group of gamers who have fun with their friends or alone, uh, which is fine, but to a certain level. So, but the problem starts when many of them get carried away and spend hours and hours in front of the video game consoles. Many of these students spend waste their free time and forget of doing something productive. They forget their studies or forget their responsibilities. Instead of that, they spend entire afternoons and entire days just gaming, and this is something that their parents have to control. The video games could affect mentally and physically to our children, to our students. In fact, the world of video games is very fun, but if you don't have control, it can be very dangerous for a person who is beginning to develop his mind, like our children, like our students. For example, thousands of children have access to games of violence, shooting, death, etc. This can be dangerous because it makes to our children insensitive to violence. Um, and in extreme cases, there have been children who have brought their video games to reality. For example, in USA, there have been cases of children that they buy guns and they goes to their schools and start shooting their friends, shooting their teacher, hurting them, or even killing them. Okay, and in the other hand, the video games affect the side of the students too, uh, because there are video games that you can play on your smartphone, and that have been affecting thousands of students by forcing their eyes to by spending several hours in front of a screen. So finally, according to studies, it has been shown that many video game addicts try to escape from reality since they cannot have a social life, they cannot have a they cannot make friends, among other problems. And many of them find refuge by entertaining themselves by playing all the time, because sometimes they suffer of lack of attention at home. Or in other cases, even the same parents teach them to use these video games from a very young age, without knowing that they are harming them, they are harming the children in the future. Okay, and to conclude, in my personal opinion, I think that the video games are for all ages, and it is good for students to have fun with them, but there must always be controlled by adults, because the students don't have to forget there is a life out there, and they have to, they must to live it, they must to enjoy that life. Okay, that is all my presentation. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks.